What's up, YouTube? This is that NBA guy, Josh. It is Saturday, June 14th, 2014, and we are giving you the lowdown on all things NBA. Obviously, big game tomorrow for the Miami Heat. They are down 3-1. Game's shifting back to Texas. Um, what happened in the last game? No one really knows what happened in the last game. I know that the Miami Heat were decimated. Torched, whatever other word you want to use. Um, they just didn't really come out and bring the effort like they usually do, and it's just sad to see this team just get ripped apart. San Antonio is that good. I mean, there's just no other way around it. They are just that good. They know how to pass the ball. They know how to shift LeBron off defenders. They just know how to pick the defense apart. And on offense, when the Heat are on offense, they just know how to defend all the passing lanes. They cut off the baseline extremely well. And if the Heat don't get things in action, this series is over tomorrow night. There's no doubt about it. It's going 4-1. They're going to end the game in San Antonio tomorrow night. A couple things that I noticed in game 4 was, Greg Popovich. If you watch him coach, the team can be down 20, they can be up 20, they can be up 30. And if you make a bad mistake and you're one of his players, he's getting on you about it. He's yelling at you. He's in your face. That's exactly how, if I was the owner of a franchise, that's who I would want as the coach of my team. If you make a mistake and you're up 30, it's still a mistake, and you must fix that mistake if you're going to play at a championship level, such as the San Antonio Spurs are accustomed to, and what they strive for, and what every player on their team represents. Championship caliber, just decency to the game, poise, professionalism, top to bottom. There's really nobody on that team that ruffles feathers and everything like that. It's really not surprising to see them up 3-1 against the Miami Heat. A couple notes to make on what happened with the Heat. Where was Dwayne Wade? Did he play in that game? Because I'm not really sure if he did. I know that he kept holding his knee, and if you're hurt, you're hurt. But you got to tell the coach about it. You got to get someone in there. Get Rashard Lewis, get Shane Battier. They can give you decent minutes. But you got to take yourself out of the game if you're hurt. That's only going to hurt your team. And also, you could potentially hurt your knee and, break your career by a couple of years. So, keys to Game 5, what the Heat have to do. I have 3 things in my mind what I think the Heat should do. Number 1, you have to play Shane Battier. You have to play Shane Battier. Last year and the year, actually, I think maybe it was 2 years, maybe last year. But definitely last year. Last year when Shane Battier came in, I know at least 1 or 2 games, comes off the bench or starts, and he's banging down 3-pointers, just like Mike Miller did 2 years ago. And this team needs a player like that to come in and spark the bench, so when LeBron and Wade and Bosh are sitting down, they can go ahead and rest at ease, knowing that Battier and other key contributors, hopefully Mario Chalmers and Norris Cole, are going to take care of business. The number 2 thing that they have to do, they have to stop double teaming Boris Diaw and Thiago Splitter when they're in the post. Okay, if Boris Diaw wants to beat you one-on-one, then let him. But they're collapsing on Boris Diaw, they're collapsing on Splitter, and once those players get double teamed, they have the best court vision out of any. I don't want to say. Let me retract. They have great court vision, and the San Antonio Spurs as a unit have better court vision than pretty much any other team in the league, and almost any team in league history, I'd say, other than maybe some of the teams back in the day with the Lakers and Celtics. You cannot double team these players and not get back to your man. I know at least 5 times in Game 4, they collapsed on Diaw, they collapsed on Splitter, and those guys were just throwing behind the back passes to wide open people under the basket. Can't happen. Again, stop double teaming them if you're not going to retreat back to your man. The third thing that they have to do, they have to come out and actually act like they care. Okay, and when I say act like they care, I mean, get fired up. You saw San Antonio's bench. One of the players makes a shot, the whole bench is there, going crazy. The bench and the energy and just the will to win has to be there. I didn't really see it in Game 4. I didn't really see it in Game 3 either. You can't have this team come in to South Beach and beat them like they did 2 games. I mean, the Heat didn't win 1 game at home in this series, and they lost both of them pretty bad. So I think if they stick to those 3 things, they're going to make a fight of it. Are they going to beat the Heat? Are the Heat going to beat the Spurs? The Spurs are that good. But if anyone has a shot, I think it's the Miami Heat. We'll see what's going to happen. I believe the game's at 8:30 p.m. East Coast time, 5:30 on the West Coast. And we'll have an analysis after the game. Hopefully the series gets extended. I'd love to see this series go 7 games. I think it'd be great for the league. And let me know what you guys think. Is there any points that I'm missing on what the Heat need to do in Game 5? Are there any adjustments that San Antonio needs to make sure that the Heat don't come back and get this series 3-2 with the game shifting back to Florida? Let me know. Thank you so much for watching. Everyone have a great rest of their weekend, and we'll see what happens tomorrow night. Be good. We'll talk to you soon.